Tangles will start from pole position. Shane Langton from position 2. Cameron, Mark Raymond. Want to talk about fun facts. Mark Raymond, Aidan Raymond, Greg Walling, and Brett Barron are the only 4 drivers that have started every single King's Royal that we've run. So Mark Raymond, Aidan Raymond, Brett Barron, and Greg Walling have started every single King's Royal feature race, and no one has finished all of them. There's a fun fact. So Mark Raymond looking to join Brett, who's already in, Aidan, who's already in, and Greg's who are already in. So the tradition could continue if Mark's able to move forward here. This is the B main.
We want the top 6. Top 6 will go to the tail of the A main. So, man, this one is on for sure. Might be called a B main, but you couldn't get any closer to a feature race if you wanted to. Tangles has got a big field behind him. Shane Langton, Mason Cameron, Mark Raymond, Damien Miller, Wayne Gilroy. This is going to be a beauty. Slowly, the yellow ones are still there. 20 laps the distance. Just whet your appetite for what's coming. Top 6 will make their way into that feature final for the Ian Botcher race parts. King's Royal. $10,000 to win. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Tangles. Can he do it? Shane Langton. Mason Cameron, Mark Raymond. Pacey Clegg in there as well. Watch for a start this time to the green one. A massive field, and we got push and shove and everything, and that'll probably be a green one. A yellow one for sure. No.
That's a definite fracas. A bit of a brouhaha. Let's go to the ultimate screen, check out the replay of the start. Here it is. Look at the back. So this will be from behind. Look at the bang, 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 bang. Concertina effect. Westy caught up in it. Severs got into Sweeney. It was just a concertina thing. There was no fault of anyone. They just all balked. They're all keen. And Darren Severs will live to fight another day. There's the field rolling past an infield shot. Massive crowd. Hey, Kush Clothes is closed too. Yeah. Thanks. Hey, just quickly, thanks for your support this weekend. We've sold a heck of stuff. We really appreciate it. So B main on the racetrack. Thanks, Millsy. We're set to go green here. Tangles, your pole sitter, Shane Langton. What a heck of a job. You can see how passing all those cars and those earlier dashes counts for so much right now. How about Damien Miller, who starts position 7 here? He was 46th in points coming into tonight, and he worked his way forward in all those dashes, and now top 6 transfer. He's staring down the barrel to get into the top 24. There's the cool stories that unfold with this awesome format on the final night. Let's go racing, Paul, in our B main.
20 laps the distance. Tangles leads them to the start. Shane Langton on the outside. Have a look at the pack that goes through turns 1 and 2. Down the back chute into the western corner. And it's Mason Cameron up on the inside. Tangles won't give him an inch. Side by side under the tower for lap number 1 down. David Head. Tangles leads the way. Mason Cameron in hot pursuit back then to Shane Langton. Pacey Clegg is the next one on the racetrack as they head down the main straightaway once again, and David Head to the better of Mason Cameron. Back behind them is Shane Langton. Pacey Clegg has moved up one more place. around the western corner yet again. We want the top 6 down the main straightaway. He's having another go. Mason Cameron, but David Head keeps the nose of the Falcon on the line. Not this time. Mason Cameron pushing, shoving. Can he get by? Yes, he can. Tangles fights back on the outside underneath the control tower once again. And we've got a new race leader. Mason Cameron goes around the western corner. David Head would be the next one. The Victorian driver in Miller is up there in position number 3. Back we go then to Shane Langton, just to the better of Tassie car number 7 of Jacob Jetson. That's the way they head under the screen again and down the main straightaway. But right now, Mason Cameron got the bit between his teeth and says, I want to lead all the way. Get myself to the back of that feature race.
He's doing a heck of a job out in front. Damien Miller is impressive right now. He's right behind David Head. He started position 7 and he's up into position number 3 now. Look at Miller trying to work over Tangles on the top of the racetrack, and the Victoria number 6. Look at the battle for the transfer spot now. Mark Raymond got his hands full. So too Jack Cameron. Look at these guys pacing. Oh, Damien Miller, a massive moment. Massive bicycle as he got over the right side of David Head and bicycled on 2 wheels, and that will bring on a yellow. Surely there's big damage to the Victoria number 6. Wow. That's a massive moment here. The V6 on screen right now. Let's go to the ultimate screen, check out the replay. Here it is. Tangles crossed up a little, straightens up, Miller picks it in, bang! Look at that, look at the air he grabs. He's okay there. So he hasn't made contact, and the front left looks okay. I think he's right to continue, but a big decision for the officials right here. Does he get sent rear of the field as primary cause? It looks, here it is, here's a slow-mo. So Miller sweeps the outside. He might have got Tangles a little bit there. Watch this, ready? Look at the big balloons, whack, climbs over. And now he's having a uh-oh moment. That was impressive to keep that off the concrete, because that could have been all sorts of bad. Well done, and I think we've learned his fate. The V6 looks like he's rolling to the back of the field. And now he's got plenty of work to do if that is indeed his fate. Hang on a second. Wow. Here he comes. And I reckon he's been called back into spot here. So the V6 gets his spot back. Officials have got splinters and have called it a racing incident. No foul? Or is it?
No.
Maybe not, hang on. Or they just took exception to the splinter call. Because I reckon the V6 is going ROF, rear of the field. So Cameron, Tangles, Jetson, Cameron, Langton, Mark Raymond is 6th. Top 6 transfer. Mark Raymond finished on the podium. He ran a substitute car one year from 24th. It can be done. Gary Pagel one year finished 2nd, started 23rd. There is 50 laps, 24 cars. Anyone can win this deal.
I can tell you Graham West is on the infield, and I don't think he's all that happy, but these things happen. He's also minus just a little bit of the bodywork, but Graham West is out of this one. The Tirana's parked in the middle. Let's get going again. Mason Cameron. Wow. Still the yellow one. Tangles is still there. Shane Langton on the inside has got a little bit of body damage as well, floating around. The other one with some damage there behind him too. So plenty of Biff and Barge back in the pack, and this one not over by a long, long way. Mason Cameron has got them just idling. Knows what happens when he pushes the right pedal down, and that's what he wants. Watch for the green one coming your way right now. Green flag. Mason Cameron stays up a little higher on the racetrack this time. Knows that there's plenty coming down on the inside. The one of those will be David Head himself. David Head manages to hold on to position number 2, and coming through also is Shane Langton. Langton has got Mark Raymond down on the inside. Jacob Jackson would be the next one who slips back on the inside of Mark Raymond. That's the way they go round the western corner and under the tower, and Mason Cameron is starting to spread eagle the field. Tangle still holds on to position number 2.
Gilroy's got problems. And Gilroy's slowing, Paul, and he's going to the infield for Napa Auto Parts. Number 19 is out of the event.
Here comes Mark Raymond looking for position number 3. Up the inside of Shane Langton. He goes, and I tell you what, Jetson's going to go with him. So moving Shane Langton back to position number 5, and in fact coming under some pressure also from the next car back there is the 26 car, and that's Dyke looking for a run. Tim Weir there as well. So that 6th position is still up for grabs. But right now, Mason Cameron has got a big lead. Back to Tangles, who's got his hands full with Mark Raymond. Next one through there would be the Jetson car, and then we go to Shane Langton through the western corner and down the main straightaway. Those 5 out in the clear, but there's still plenty to go.
Yeah, look at this final transfer spot, Paul.
6.
It's really starting to heat up for the final position tonight's A-Main. Dyke and Cameron make contact. Pass the pits that time. Tim Weir gets through. Jetson's done. Jetson's out. The Tasmanian is out of the event.
Can he get it off the racetrack? He'll try.
Oh, Severs, big crash in turn 1. Ruthercliffe's caught up in it. Oh, big crash there, big wreck. There was plenty of cars in one spot. They all checked. And Severs got up on 2 wheels and was very lucky not to invert the Mackay 56. And we are yellow. And they all bunched up for a slowing Jetson. What a shame for him, who's out of the event. And now we got half a dozen laps left to run in the B main.
Yeah, Rhino, Jensen just pulling up right in front of me here in the infield, right rear flat. Here's Kings Royal is done.
Yeah, what a shame.
I can tell you
sorry,
too,
Paul, you go, mate.
No, the Pacey Clegg car is just a mess over here. The infield people. Pacey himself is A-OK, folks, if you're with him. But car 15 knows it's been in a race meeting. The Severs car also there will need some assistance. In fact, all 3 cars will need assistance to get off the racetrack. So this will take just a few minutes.
Wow. Crazy as we pick up Shane Langton, Cameron and Dyke. These guys battling out for the final transfer position tonight's A-Main. So plenty. Pacey Clegg front torn out. Alex Sweeney out of the event. What a shame. I'm going to grab Alex. He's just here. Hey, Alex, hard luck, mate. It's been a tough weekend for you, but you, sir, should be extremely happy because you have shown that there's plenty of pace on board the 108.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that helped us last night, change the K-frame in that car. It was pretty much toast, but yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that helped out in the pits. Yeah, what happened there is just it's part of racing, really.
You got to be pumped though. You're fast, mate. You got to be proper happy. Well, look up here. Like the car is fast. You're showing that you can run with all these guys.
Yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. Just luck at this point in time is not really happening for us, but I'm loving it.
He's loving it. He's got a smile on his face, and he's got rocking a very cool mullet. Pacey Clegg out of the event. Darren Severs out of the event. Sean Ayres sits back further. He's okay. Radcliffe is out. The AM Cranes tilt tray, lifting the standard. Is their motto when they roll onto the racetrack to pull the 29. So it's all happening here. It's gone crazy. The B main is where they get after it. There's no question about that. And it is all that time of the night. They're fighting for the top 6 positions. As the old tractor rolls past, the hook's been busy this weekend, hasn't it? As I said earlier, Mark Raymond looking to join his brother Aidan, Greg Walling and Brett Barron as the only 4 drivers that have ever made every single feature race here at the Kings Royal. That's a huge feat. Absolutely phenomenal. I think Aidan and Mark themselves have nearly finished all of them bar one. And it's just absolutely phenomenal. Hard luck for Darren Severs. He's still got a smile on his face, which is absolutely good to see. And our volunteers and officials doing a heck of a job. They all work for a hot dog every night. It is a proper crap job. And the pay is rubbish. But we certainly appreciate everyone that's made so much of this weekend possible, the lead up. And they're working their tail feathers off right now. Look at the rear end. The rear cradle in the 56 is completely pulled out of the car. You're able to see that on the other side. You can see the left rear dragging in on the ground. That's a drive shaft. The shock is all sorts of ugly. I might try to pull that out before it gets broken anymore. Well, the shaft's broken out of the shock already, so it's all sorts of bad. The officials doing a heck of a job. Awesome effort as we clean up the infield. About 6 laps still to run. So Sweeney out, Clegg out, Jetson out, Dollock out, West out, Gilroy's out, Radcliffe out. This guy in front of me is absolutely gutted. Hey, brother, unlucky, mate.
Yeah, cheers, man. Just want to say a massive thanks to Mum and Dad for bringing me up here. It's heartbreaking. Coming from 11th, sitting in second and proper tyre, it's devastating. But thanks to all my sponsors and Adam Holt and Danny Hunt for coming up. And like I said, Mum and Dad, without them two, this thing would not be possible. And let's get on the bandwagon, get a couple froths in, and hopefully my brother comes home. And
absolutely, mate. Good on you, brother. Well done. We appreciate your support and coming up from Tasmania to be with us here. This event is cool. And I reckon it's keeping getting bigger and bigger, mate.
One of the big questions I think you need to ask right now, what stage do you reckon we'll get to Speedway Australia where we can change tyres on the infield like you see in America for these big events?
Woohoo!
Imagine 2017, was it, when Matty Pascoe was running here?
Yeah.
Couple laps to go, cuts a tyre down.
You know what? We can do whatever we like because the King Royal's big. We just got to put it in the sub-rex.
There we go. 2023.
That'll be a bit of fun. Mules, spare tyres. Oh, we're opening all sorts of cans of worms. Anyway, absolutely fantastic. The back of this car is cool. We'll be able to pick up this from our camera up here. Look at the back. Yeah, sponsored by Mummy and Daddy on the Jetson Mobile here on the infield. I think that's really fitting, really cool. Getting tight on that. Love hearts. That. It says sponsored by Mummy and Daddy. Pretty cool. That's what it's all about. Kings Raw Night. Getting the order sorted. She's a car park on the infield. Wayne Gilroy. It's not your favourite place, but you're getting there, mate. You just come down here and keep wringing this thing's neck.
Yeah, well, it took 3 nights to get some sort of pace out of the car, but the track's probably quicker than what the car is, and B-main's always tough, mate.
It is, but hey, you're going to keep coming back and doing this. We love your support. You just love modified sedan racing. Get amongst it, mate.
Yeah, man, yeah, it's good fun, and you know, most of the guys we race with are pretty hardcore racers, and that's all I like, so it's good.
Good on you, mate. Well done. Good to have him down here as the B-main is about to get back underway. Here it is, top 6 to transfer, Paul. Let's see what happens.
Much reduced field, but it's Mason Cameron. Mark Raymond has got himself into position number 2. David Head back there in 3. Shane Langton is in the act as well as they go round the western corner and down the main straightaway once again. Under the control tower. Bit of a challenge at the front of the field. Mason Cameron, who's been out there all by himself for most of the race, has got Mark Raymond interested. Back there in position number 2. Tangles is still there in 3. Shane Langton, good position number 4. Then we go back to the Cameron Dyke car. It's Tim Weir on the outside trying to move up to get himself into that final. Down the main straightaway. Mason Cameron under the tower to the better of Mark Raymond. Tangles is still there. Back behind him it is Shane Langton. Tim Weir is the one on the outside of Cameron Dick, and that's the way they will head down. The white flag is waiting. Can he do it? Mason Cameron, Mark Raymond side by side. David Head back there in 3, and then Shane Langton back to Tim Weir. Final corner, last main straight, side by side, and Cameron might have just done it. Mason Cameron, Mark Raymond, David Head, Shane Langton. Well, that was very, very close. That would be fractions of a second.
Yeah, 0.032 of a second. Your winner of the B-main from Rockhampton is Mason Cameron. Oh, that livened up the people in the bar. The Rocky guys are pumped. Mark Raymond transfers. David Head, Shane Langton, Tim Weir. And the final car in tonight's A-main will be Andrew Dyke in the Victoria 25. An epic B-main. So our field is now set for tonight's A-main. Street stock and mod light features to come. And then the big dance. Look at that. There's a nice winner board there for winning the B-main. Hey, mate, well done.
Hey, thank you. Been chasing the car all weekend. I'm just really glad I get to make my first ever Kings Raw main, so that's awesome. I can't thank everyone enough that's helped. Dad has put in countless hours, and without him, I wouldn't be out here. I'd like to thank all the boys, all the Rocky boys up on the hill, Simo, my brother, and just everyone that helps out, and all the sponsors on the car.
Good on you, mate. Good luck. Wow, Mod Light feature race, boys. The countdown has started.